this 30th anniversary with Colin Kaepernick and Nike. I really want to get your take on all of it.
I think it's a very courageous move on the part of Nike because this is a decision that potentially could affect their bottom line. But they said, no, we're going to do it. So when people want to do what they want to do, burn their whatever with the swoosh. But I think Nike's on the right side of history with this move. I just feel that way.
What kind of impact do you think this will ultimately have, not just on Colin Kaepernick himself, but on the NFL for this upcoming season?
Well, people forget the NFL, they make the uniforms. I mean, they're not like some okie doke coming in. So it's like one of the biggest sponsors who's saying something we don't agree what Agent Orange is doing and the owners, because they're all in cahoots.
Agent Orange, is that what
I
you're
don't I don't say his name.
Okay. All right. All right.
Who was born in Queens?
Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go there?
You talking all this Queens stuff? I can't talk. Giuliani was born in Brooklyn too.
Go ahead, Max.
Spike, I had a thought about this recently. I'm interested to get your thoughts on it. Which is really the protest at this point? Like Nike, to me, it's like a sea change. You know, at first the assumption is that they're the outside agitators. But at a certain point, when some people are silently, quietly, peacefully being Americans, because it's not compulsory that you stand, we don't live in North Korea, is that the protest or is the reaction to it, the angry reaction by many who don't want to see people coming in from the margins, some of them, is that the protest? It feels to me like Nike is signaling a sea change, and that maybe the NFL will start to think Nike knows how to talk, especially to the youth market, and they believe it's good for their bottom line if they're on, as you say, the right side of history. And maybe the NFL learned something from this.
Well, I hope so, and I just think that I believe, my opinion, this is collusion. When I'm looking at, and the thing about me, I love my New York Football Giants, but I didn't even know till yesterday that the season's about to start, because I'm not with it. And that's just me. I'm only speaking for myself. And last season, I'm seeing these bums, I'm not gonna name no names, who are getting jobs to take the snap behind the center, and my brother Cap is it's like in purgatory. It's rigged. It's subterfuge, skullduggery, and shenanigans.
You know, it's interesting. You bring up all of those words, and it brings me to your movie, The Black Klansman. John David Washington, the star son of Denzel Washington. I thought he did a fabulous job. I saw the movie 3 times. I thought he was absolutely sensational, no question about it. And I loved the movie. There was a lot of symbolism in that movie from start to finish. I ain't gonna tell a movie, I ain't gonna tell a story. I'm gonna still encourage people to go see it. I want to know what was your thoughts behind it. What was the motivation behind you making this movie at this time, and how much, if at all, did Colin Kaepernick and what he's going through have to do with your willingness to make the movie?
Well, thank you for the question. First off, I have to thank my brother Jordan Peele, because it's his project. He's the one that called me out of the blue and say, Spike, you want to do this film? So when I said yes, I knew that even though the film takes place in the 70s, my goal is to do a period piece that is still contemporary. Because I don't want people to think, well, this happened in the past. And then on August 10th, in the year of our Lord, 2017, Charlottesville happened. Before we started to shoot. So when I saw that grim act of American homegrown terrorism, I said, these guys, these hate groups, including Agent Orange and David Duke, they gave me a new ending for the film. And also, I said, when the film should come out on the 1-year anniversary of Charlottesville. So all that thing was thought out.
And it was all meant to be as well, how it worked out. And it's phenomenal. The movie is genius.
Thank you.
I want to talk to you about Serena. I saw you at the U.S. Open. You had the cap hat on. What do you think Serena means just to the entire culture?
She's one of the, people come along every now and then, if we're blessed, because things doesn't happen all the time. Right. Game changers. And what I said, it was off the top. I mean, they told me once 10 5 minutes before that I was even going to be interviewed. But I want to go back to their father, because I look at Mr. Williams. I also look at Joe Jackson, because these guys been vilified. But for Joe Jackson to say, you know what, my sons are going to get out of Gariana. They're not going to be in the field.
Indiana, yes.
Yeah, and then for Mr. Williams, who Compton during the crack epidemic, to say my 2 daughters are going to be the greatest women tennis players ever, and that stuff happens. I'm giving them credit.
You know,
Can I jump in one other thing on this? I'm sorry.
I mean, to do something, to have the vision, and they had the vision and the foresight, and then it happens.
One other quick thing, and then I'll let Stephen A. get back in, because it really bothered me. And I don't feel like Serena gets the credit that she deserves. And I think it's because she's a female. I think it's because she's an African-American female. And I think she is the greatest of all time. Did you see what happened that the French Open banned her because of her outfit? She had a fitted all-black outfit.
I'm stuffy French. But look, I'm not gonna be crazy pouring champagne down the toilet like other people.
I got you.
I'm not pouring no Dom Perignon down the toilet. Or say, was it Liberty Toast or Liberty Fries?
I just felt like if it was someone else, if it was Maria Sharapova, that wouldn't have happened. But Stephen A.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's, you know what the deal is
Understood
with
and
that.
expected.